Hey guys, listen, this is going to be a how I prospect video. It's super simple. I commend all of you for taking action, like those of you that are prospecting. Like, yeah, it sucks. It's not easy. It's monotonous. You get a lot of rejection. Welcome to life, guys. It's part of business. Like, every business owner is going to fail forward if they're smart. So just accept it. It's your badge of honor. Be excited. It's your rite of passage. All right, but here's how I do things. So first of all, you got to figure out the niche, as an example. Then you got to pick your city. And I checked. Looking at Sarasota, Florida population. I checked this already. It was like 57,000 people. So, well, maybe Fort Myers would be a good one. That's 80,000 people. So, but I did St. Petersburg, 250,000 people. Okay, so that would be a good one. So that's what I figured I'd start with. And then basically, fencing companies. Now the question is, you can use your own tool, whatever you have for, fencing companies, fencing contractors, fencing services, fence replacement, fence repair, fence installers, fence services. Okay, so let's just see. I do this just to see what keyword typically has the most traction. So fence repair, fencing companies, fencing contractors. So I'm just going to lead with fencing companies. Fence repair, like I would actually, if I was doing SEO or for a fencing company, knowing this, I would basically write a couple thousand words of content on fence repair because that one gets a lot of traction. So that, this tells you what your content should be about. So a 2,000 word art page about fence repair makes you authoritative in that market. So that's what I would do that. Now, fencing companies gets more hits in this example than fencing contractors, hence why I'm leading with it. So we picked our city over, 100,000, 150. This is 250,000, it's fine. I picked the right keyword based on traffic volume that this tool shows. This is probably not 100% accurate, but it gives me an idea what's going on. It's no big deal. And basically, I'm going to search. So we see who's running ads. We see our map pack, and then basically all I'm doing is I'm going down to page 2, maybe a little bit way down. Oh, let's see. So here's one. Coastal fence floor. I look at the page titles to see this company. I had clicked on it. They've got fence company, Clearwater. Fencing company would be the better keyword, but they are showing up. They do mention Clearwater in their page title and in their, they mention their keyword, one of their keywords anyway. So this one is it's done okay. It's good, but not great. So that's not one I would chase because they're already kind of doing a little bit all right. I want to find somebody who's doing it horrible, like this guy or this guy. Or this guy. So here's 3 examples of businesses. So coastal fence, okay. Where are they located? They cover Tampa area, St. Pete's. They cover the whole region, okay. Their website, it's old, 2016. So this guy could use a website update. It's not horrible. I mean, I would leave it. I don't want to deal with websites. Like Brandon always, says is don't sell a website until you've gotten them SEO results. You can make do with this website. So what I'm doing is, now look, he doesn't have an SSL certificate on here. It's not HTTPS, so it's not secure. That's something that needs to be addressed. You can mention that in an audit if you were to do one. I'm going to put the word site colon in front of it, and I'm going to see he's got 8 pages. This guy's website's horrible. This would be an easy one. You could do on-page SEO and take this guy from page 2 to page 1 in probably a week because he's already ranking middle of page 2. He just needs to get pushed over the edge. Now, keep in mind, this guy might be looking to target Tampa over St. Petersburg, so you might want to check on his rankings in Tampa too. All right, so that's what I would do. Now, what I'm also doing is this is called coastal fence. He's on the middle of page 2, but I need to go back to page 1, and I need to see where he's ranking in maps. Because the last thing you want to do is say, "Hey, Mr. Business Owner, you're not ranking," and he says, "No, I'm number 3 in maps." Okay. I just saw it. So I'm counting these 2 because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. He's number 18. He's got a lot of reviews, so he's doing something right here. Okay, this is something else I look at. He's responding to reviews pretty much right away, which is good. They're just generic. He's not spending time. This is something you could teach them. Hey, you're doing a great job responding to reviews, but make sure your reviews are more well thought out and personalized. Just be more personal. So this guy's already got good reviews, better than the others. 22. So he's got the most reviews in that market, right? So he's doing this part right, but you take, so this is a guy that's a candidate, right? I'm probably gonna call this guy. So you guys leave him alone. But the idea is he doesn't have a big website. It's only like 5 to 8 pages because some of these may not even be pages. But you go in here and you change this to St. Petersburg Fencing Company hyphen Coastal Fence, wood fence, St. Petersburg wood fencing, St. Petersburg PVC vinyl fencing, St. Petersburg chain link fencing, and then you add a specific services page that highlights each of these services that points to these pages. Dude, you guys are going to be in great position. This is like what I'm talking about. Like this guy, you could charge $1,000 a month because remember, what's a fence? A PVC fence could cost $3,000 to $6,000, right? So you charge him $1,000 a month, and even $500 in the first month, and say in month 2 goes to $1,000 because his belief is going to go up because you just got him amazing results. He's going to go from page 2 to page 1 in like a week. He's going to be like, what the heck are you doing? And you're going to say the right stuff. And then he's going to be okay dropping $1,000 because you already know what you're doing. And he's on page 1. This is how I do my stuff now. Like I pick the low-hanging fruit. I know how to find businesses that, that are easy to rank with just on page. I can invest an hour on this website and have it ranking on page 1 in a week or less. And this guy is going to think I'm a hero. And I am because I know what I'm doing. Most people don't. So that's how I would handle that guy. Now, let's look at this other guy, USA Fence. Is USA Fence ranking well? Okay, so he's the bottom. So he's like number 19. If this guy was 18, this guy's like number 20. So he's the bottom, like very low in maps. So that's a candidate. He doesn't have a map here. He doesn't have a link to his Google business listing here, so that needs work. I'm sure his H1 tag or H2 tags. Like, look at this. This is not done right. This is horrible. Pick one, and then St. Petersburg Fencing Company, and then do a Venice Fencing Company landing page. Do a Bradenton Fencing Company landing page, and clone this page 5 times for 5 suburbs. It's not complicated, guys. It's really that simple. So if I'm going to look, and this guy has an SSL certificate, so that's good. If I do site : domain name, same thing here. Look at this. He services Tampa, so maybe Tampa's his main market. Tampa Fencing Company, USA Fence, right? Fencing services, Bradenton Fencing Company, hyphen fencing contractor hyphen USA Fence, right? So like this one is easy. This is like it says he got 141 pages. You want to double check how many pages he really has, because this one could be a lot of work because it's a lot of pages. But you can, this looks like, I don't even know what this is, but this is the owner, I guess. The point is, this would be a good candidate. Now this one you might want to charge $1,000 a month because there's more pages involved to cover yourself for your time. But you could take the top 10 pages and rank them and get the website on page 1 and work all the other pages ongoing. Just do the 10 most important ones to start. So that's another candidate, okay? I thought I did a third one. So let's see here. Let's go down to, go top of page 3. We'll just check. Florida Fence. Vinyl Fence Company, Fence Repair, St. Petersburg. See, that one's got some keywords in it. Like now it starts getting handyman, so it's not just dedicated fencing company. This mentions St. Pete. See, it's St. Petersburg. People down here say St. Pete, but you gotta do the one that gets the most traction. Bay Area Fencing Company. See, people aren't searching that. That would be one. Now that's on page 3. That could easily hit page 1 in like a week. I've had clients on page 4 hit page 1 in like 3 days. Bay Area Fence Company. Horrible website. They need a new website. You could charge them $1,000. You know what you could do? You could say, hey, SEO services for month 1, or let's see how many pages. He's only got 1 page probably. Maybe he's got more than that. So change this to, this could be Tampa Bay Fencing Company. Then clone the homepage, make it St. Petersburg, and then rank that page if you want St. Petersburg, right? This would be a candidate, no doubt about it. This website's horrible. You guys should be, I gotta be all over this guy. I probably will. All right, this website's horrible. I mean, he's been around a long time. Now, here's the thing you gotta realize. This guy could be, he's been around for 45, 46 years now, 47 years now. This guy probably gets a lot of referrals. So if you're gonna call this guy, I'd be like, hey man, you know, see you've been doing business in the area for coming up on 50 years, you know, are you guys getting tons of referrals? Like, is business good? Like, you could start the conversation that way and not try to sell him. Like, appreciate, you know, congratulate him on being in business a long time, and just say, hey, I don't want to waste your time, but I'm just curious. Are you guys getting plenty of referrals on your own? Or are you looking for ways to scoop up more business on the internet, you know, in St. Pete or Tampa, etc. Right? So that would be another candidate. So this is my process. I mean, it's super simple. I don't use tools. I don't look at Majestic. You know, if I'm going to audit this guy, you know, I'm going to go into Majestic, right? Maybe I'll do this real quick for you guys. So where's the first one? Coastal Fence. You know, what I would do is Coastal Fence, Florida business owner. I'm trying to see if I can find a name. The owner, Will Greenlee. That's newspaper guy. If I couldn't find his name, I'm not calling him. Okay, so let's just assume his name is William. Okay. This guy was extremely rude. You know, you never know what that means. This means this guy could be a crappy business owner. Who knows? That's Coastal Fence. That's a different business. So always be aware of that too. Like, you get a lot of crap. If they don't have reviews, or they have crappy reviews, you might want to walk away, because these guys could be more trouble than they're worth. Yeah. So anyway, so what I'd be doing is, I'd say, hey, Bill, this is Ed Weidman here. I specialize in SEO, you know, helping local businesses get more leads online. You know, we all know the internet's the future, and my goal is to help my clients cast a wide net and scoop up leads in, you know, St. Pete, Tampa, etc. I'm putting together this quick audit of your website to kind of show you some things that you guys can basically take in-house if you want to fix some things that are keeping you from really ranking well on Google and getting, you know, more visibility, more leads. So first things first, your website is a little, you know, outdated. I would recommend at some point you replace it. Now, it's good enough for now. Like, you can leave it, no big deal, but it would be something I'd recommend. And, you know, honestly, a website, you know, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars, but, you know, you could replace a site like this for $1,000, $1,500. You know, we can always help with that down the road, but you don't have to do that now. Like, don't waste money. Focus on things that matter. But just kind of earmark, you know, keep that in the back of your mind. So I think overall your site looks clean. It's super simple. Basically, the way Google looks at things is, you know, your job is to earn trust and authority with Google, and the more you have, the better off you're going to rank. Your website doesn't really have a lot of trust. I found you like middle of page 2 in St. Pete's. You're right here, and like, I basically looked at your business and I see that there's some things that you guys can improve. So this audit is basically going to show you exactly what you can do. All right, and this stuff is going to take you from page 2 to page 1, and it could probably do so in less than the next 30 days. And your call volume could increase, no doubt about it, because page 1's where the action's at, right? So so anyway, let me go through this audit. First thing I want to say is you're missing. It says here not secure. You're missing an SSL certificate. So what's SSL certificate? Just so you know, if you don't know. It's basically, You can look at this yourself, but it's another level of security. Google likes the added layer of encryption, and it's like a feather in your cap with Google. Like, they want to see this. Okay, so that's one thing you can do with your website registrar or your hosting company. This should be fixed like ASAP. All right, and that shouldn't cost you anything. That's number one. Number two, when I put the word site and colon in front of your domain name, it shows me like all the pages or everything that Google sees about you. All right, so basically, like, this is your homepage. This is your page title. Think of this like the name of your book. If the name of your book is not clear, Google doesn't know what to do with it. So what I'm getting at here is all of your page titles are not sending Google the right signal, the right info. They don't know what to do with you. That's why you're not ranking that well. Now, you've been in business a while, which is great, which is why you're on page 2. You could be on page 1 by fixing some foundational stuff and some ongoing things, because your competitors are going to always be trying to beat you. Okay, so page descriptions should be tweaked. Page titles should be tweaked. Page descriptions should be tweaked. And that's foundational stuff that will definitely move the ball downfield fast. Okay. Something else is your homepage doesn't have a lot of trust. How do I know that? If I look at your domain name, like, your website has like no trust, zero trust. The overall site has like no trust. You have no backlinks. I'll talk about that in a minute, but basically all I'm saying here is, you don't have anything on your website, and your homepage should have a lot of content on it. So I'd be recommending, you want to add 500 to 1,000 words of content, more pictures, before and afters, maybe a couple videos. Like, that would help build your homepage. And then obviously all these inner pages, I'm not going to take your time up on these, but all these need to be done the same. You do vinyl fencing, which is great. It's a high quality product. You want to have more content on all your pages about each of your services, because it makes you authoritative with Google. Okay, so that's something that stands out to me. I mentioned backlinks. All backlinks are like a popularity contest. Like, the more websites that point to yours that Google trusts, it's going to give you more ranking power, and you don't have any. So this is something else that we do for clients. Like, if you're the member of the Chamber of Commerce or a local, organization, get your website listed on one of their sites, and that's going to give you some backlinks. So that's something that we help with our clients, but you can get some free ones yourself. All right, that's something else you can do. And the last thing that I'll just mention, if I can do this really quickly, citations are basically online business directories like Yelp and Manta, etc. Right, and basically there's like 350 directories in the United States. And the idea with Google is, you want to have uniform, consistent information across the web, because the more accurate your info is, it's like Google can trust you because you're taking your online presence seriously, right? So this report, it's like a tool. These guys sell services, these citation services, but they charge annually for it. They're only checking the top 30. But it gives us an idea what's going on. So there's 350 total. This is showing me that most of yours are missing and only a small percentage are correct. So basically each one of these should be identical. Just another area to build trust with Google. Okay, so the things I'm showing you are foundational in nature to fix. There's obviously ongoing things that I could talk about, like adding content to your site every single month. Why? It keeps Google camping out on your website. The more content you add that's authoritative to them, they're going to keep coming back and they're going to rank you for it. So you need to have that ongoing for sure, and tweaking, titles and stuff out along either way. Someone's eyes got to be on this consistently. As your competitors shift, you got to shift with them. And then, content and backlinking ongoing is going to be important. So anyway, William, that's what I want to share with you. If you have any questions about this, hit me up and let me know. Thanks. All right, guys, so you can see that's like 5-6 minutes, I guess. I could shorten this down even more. I just figured I'd go through a little bit more and kind of share my mindset that I share with people. Like, if you could tell, I'm very real. I'm not like pushy. I'm not salesy. I'm just like, hey man, I found your site. Hey, look, your page title, this is like the name of your book, and you're not telling Google what your book is about, so they don't know what to do with you, right? So this is my lingo, and this is kind of how I explain it. Because in case you guys haven't noticed, I've not talked about anything technical. I mentioned backlinks, but I basically said it's a shout out. It's a vote from another website. Simple terminology. Like, don't talk technical. Talk common sense. Okay. and basically go through his website, and that's how you do an audit. So now you guys see how I find leads. I just found 3 businesses literally in like 30 seconds that I can audit in advance, or I can call directly, and ask. You go to the contact page, you got to find the name of the owner. Like, you look under the about page, who we are. I don't even know. Here we go. LH Glasgow. See, here's the problem. You don't know what this guy's name is. This guy, he may not even be directly involved anymore, but you got to find, you got to figure out their names. And you can see here they do have some recent posts. This one does anyway. No, they don't. This was done like a year ago. So you can commend them on, hey, man, you did a great job getting some content out there, but you got to be consistent, man. That's the secret behind Google these days. Consistency is going to have you dominating your competitors, all right? So, guys, keep prospecting simple. You can take any niche. Fencing could be a good one, and pick a city over 100, 150,000 people. And then go to page 2 and look at all the companies and see who don't have keywords or city name in the page titles, right? And then look at all their pages and make sure that all pages are like that. This guy shows one, they could be hiding pages, right? So you can't see it all. Just be smart with what you're doing and just do a simple audit, guys. So anyway, I went long on this, but I felt like this is important and you guys need to see this. There's no reason why you cannot take 15 minutes a day, find 10 businesses, call or audit 10 businesses every day. You could do, now keep in mind, an audit might take 5 minutes, you got to upload it and stuff, it might take 7 total, right? So you're looking at like an hour plus, like an hour and a half of time. Anybody here can get up early or stay up late and take an hour and a half to prospect. Go find yourself 10 businesses, on page 2, page 3 that don't have any ranking whatsoever. Like, this one I wouldn't bother with because Fence Company, St. Petersburg. Now, it's not in the order I would do it, and it's not it's Fencing Company might be better than Fence Company. You got to double check that. But I wouldn't call this guy. I wouldn't call that guy. I wouldn't call this guy because they're kind of doing it right. So for you to move the ball downfield faster, you really can't. I don't want to say that. You can, but this guy is the one you can take him from page 2 to page 1 in a week if you're smart. All right, guys, let me know. I want some feedback on this, please. It would be helpful. So, see ya.